Okay, so for our first example, we have the series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus all the way to n is equal to n times quantity n plus 1 over 2. So for the first step, we have the base case. So in the base case is we equate n with 1. So the first term of the series is 1, so we just put it right here. And for the other side of the equation, you have to put the general term of the series, which is the one written there, n times quantity n plus 1 over 2. Okay, so now we just substitute the n's with the 1 because we wrote it right there. So 1 times quantity 1 plus 1 over 2. And then we just add like terms. So basically that's n is equal to 1. So now we verified that this is indeed true. So after that, we move on to the next step, which is the induction step. So for the induction step, we have to assume that n is equal to k. So you just go ahead and write that down right here. Plus k, since n is now k is going to be plus 1 over 2. So after that, we move on. So when we move on, we show now that n is equal to k plus 1. So we just go ahead and write that down. Plus k plus 1 is equal to k plus 1, since n is now equal to k plus 1 times quantity k plus 1 plus 1. So you can actually add a parenthesis, but it doesn't matter since we're just gonna be adding like terms later on. So from here, we can see that this right here is the same as this right here. So that shows, or that means that we can use this equation to replace this one. So let's just go ahead and do that. So k times dk plus 1 over 2 plus k plus 1 is equal to k plus 1 times quantity k plus 2 over 2. Okay, so from what you can see, the other terms have a denominator of 2 except for this one. So what we're gonna do actually is we are going to multiply that term with 1 in order to get a denominator of 2. So this is what we do. Let me show you so it'll be much easier. So you add 2 here. You put 2 there. Since 2 over 2 is just 1. Okay? So now that they all have a denominator of 2, we can just simplify it into k squared plus k plus 2k plus 2 over 2 is equal to, for this part, you can just use FOIL. So it's k squared plus 2k plus k plus 2. So we can see that both sides of the equation are similar or the same. So now we verified that this is indeed true. So that ends for our mathematical induction for this example.